Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's most definitely fun.
Okay, so the card, and I feel like this.
Oh, you already drew cards.
Well, it kind of just flew out of the deck, so.
Oh, well, I mean, that's definitely one way of handling it. Okay, it's just ever so slightly blurry for me.
It's hydration.
Hydration? Okay, yeah, there you go. Got it.
Yeah. It's a reminder to drink water throughout the day in between your caffeinated beverages or other beverages of choice. Yeah.
Your alcoholic shaman spirit water. My kids are chasing each other, so they're going to be crazy with us today. Hello, can I have the phone, please? It'd be nice if I had all their energy. Shh. Oh, we don't push the button. Okay, so hydration came flying out.
Yeah.
All right, you keep talking. I got to scare them away from this phone over here because they keep pushing the messenger button. Hold on.
So, hydration, it's not saying to stop drinking your beverages of choice, but make sure that you get enough water throughout the day in between beverages of your choice. It could be tea that you drink, caffeinated tea like Lipton, or coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee. I drink it all day long. It does not affect me in any way. But I know that caffeine dehydrates you quickly.
Yes.
So what I do is I drink glasses, 8-ounce glasses of water in between my coffee to make sure that I'm replenishing the water that the caffeine is dehydrating.
Yeah, that's something that I very often will forget to do. And I can feel myself just deteriorating from not having that water.
Yeah, it really does. I can always tell when I don't have enough water because I get sluggish and tired, and I start.
Yeah, and you know, it's not even a, you know, they're saying, oh, you should drink water for weight loss, or oh, you should drink water because, you know, it's just good for you. Your body's, you know, such a high percentage of water you need it. It's water goes beyond that, I've discovered. You know, it's not just health. It helps with clarity, like you were saying. It helps with energy. It helps. And you know what? I'm going to take it a step further and say that it's not so much just hydration as much as it's just being around water too.
Yeah, yeah. Because water is, like we were saying in our last stream, water is an amazing energy conductor. So it helps amplify energy too. So definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I love my little, oh, the camera lagged just a little bit. I can see it in the stream, but it makes a difference to me to be able to sit in the tub. Just not even bubble bath, not even, you know, there's just something about hearing the water running. You know, we used to have those little fountains and stuff just because there was something so therapeutic about water.
Absolutely.
I know you're an acrobat, but you're shaking my entire desk. I'm sitting here just touching my cards and playing with my cards, waiting to see if anything comes flying out.
I think it's really weird that within a 2-week period, I found 3 Smoky Quartz stones in my house. Like, I know
here we go.
I know that they're used for protection, but I'm not sure. I see a shadow.
He's having fun with the cameras. you can see yourself, huh? Yeah. Come here, come sit down.
So adorable.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
I'm not sure what else they're used for, but I know they're good with protection. And then it's actually my protection stone. This is what I'm drawn to. The Smoky Quartz is what I'm drawn to the most as far as the protection stone goes.
Doesn't your stone deck of cards, doesn't that explain what Smoky Quartz can do as far as energy workers go? Do you happen to have that somewhere nearby?
I think it's in the bedroom. Hold on, it might be in my purse. I tend to carry random decks of cards with me.
I would, but you know, they don't always like to talk to me. And I'm still trying to figure out, you know what, I may just have you draw cards for me from this deck.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, no worries, I'm just talking to talk. Yeah. Oh, you know what, I didn't get any of my incense going. Let's see. I am going to do, I don't think I have my little paper that tells me what these are anymore. I know you're very loud, baby. You know what? We're going to do one of these. I can't remember what this is. I think this is Mira.
Okay. It's on my desk.
Boop, boop. I'm going to get one of my little Miras going. I hope I'm saying that right.
No.
Mira, Myra. Just something about incense and herbs. And
Now, are the two viewers, is that us?
one is me, unless you have the stream up as well, so that you can watch the live chat. Well, that's fun. All right, give me 1 second.
Okay. That's not. Oh, yes, it does. Smoky Quartz. Yeah. 7 a.m.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so
He's still a little upset. He made the chair fall over and he landed on his lip, so he's got a little cut. Oh.
okay, so the Smoky Quartz is used for transmutational magic, a stone for karmic healing. Smoky Quartz opens into different dimensions and brings powerful transmutation.
Okay, so that would be
Survival instinct.
wait, I'm sorry, say that again.
Survival instinct.
That Smoky Quartz does survival instinct as well?
Yeah, it says.
Is it part of the root chakra?
Yes.
Is that what? Okay, that would make sense then, yeah.
That is associated with, let me see, I believe that's, if I can find it. Healing. It falls under the healing category. It's people who are drawn to the Smoky Quartz usually have the instinct and ability to go where others do not, and to heal and transmute the energy. Okay. Okay.
So that would be angels and light workers.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's probably why, like, I don't know a single light worker that doesn't have a Smoky Quartz.
Yeah. No, that's shy. No. I had her go in the other room because everybody here, and the mic picks up on everything. So
say hi to the camera.
Smile, you're on camera. My hair looks frizzy.
Oh yeah, sure. Now you're the one doing it. I was doing it earlier. Okay, hang on. I know this deck was wanting to say something because I haven't played with it in a little while and it got my attention, and that card has to come out. And then it wants, I don't know, it's okay, there's that one too. It's being backwards with me.
Click out of that.
Let's just see this. You are special in health. I mean, pretty simplistic, I should say so.
Yeah.
All right. That's basically what you were talking about. You were talking about hydration. And then we were talking about Smoky Quartz. And we were, all right. Oh, Chaos Candle says your hair is fine, hun. Hello, Chaos.
Thank you.
Sorry if the chat was a little delayed. I hadn't looked at it in just a second, but
I'm still trying to figure out how to get this to this chat, wherever it is.
Okay, so you know the link that we share in Harmony Gardens that says, join us for the chat? You click on that. It takes you straight to the feed. And then when the window's open, there's actually a live chat just next to it.
Okay. Let me see if I can do those. Oh no, I don't want to press that. I'm trying to do the split screen so I can operate two windows at the same time.
You should be able to open two browser windows at the same time. Yeah. And then you just shrink one, from dragging it from the corner. You shrink it, make it slightly smaller. And then with your second window, yeah, that kind of gives you the split screen. Then you do your second window and you put it to where you can see the chat.
I got it.
Yay! And this is how you can interact with our watchers as well. So Chaos, feel free to go ahead and add any of your insight, any wisdom, any topics, any questions that you want. It may take us a few seconds for the question or comments to pop up for us to see it, but it will be both of us watching, so we will be able to interact with you better. And we are still looking for other people to go ahead and join in on the stream. We are looking for intuitive. Yes, he's loving the camera right now because he can see himself. We are looking for intuitive readers for cards, runes, Reiki. There's all dream interpretation. There's what else? There's so many. Any intuitive readers. We're looking for somebody to host and promote, to go ahead and bring onto the stream to get our people to come and talk to you. And if you run it as a business, all we ask is that you give your first 3 requests their read for free. And whatever it is that you are charging afterwards, that's your business. Has nothing to do with us. Just we want to get readers out there and get your name out there and get more light workers going. Connect the lights.
Absolutely.
And I'm loving playing with this deck right now, but it is just not telling me anything.
I'm still trying to...
My mind's too busy. I think that's what it is. I'm having a hard time hearing the whispers. Oh, even if we don't think it's important, it could still possibly be important to somebody else. You know, any positive message. Oh yeah, your son. Yeah, that's just babies. Babies know when they're cute.
They do, and they use it so well.
They really do. Excuse me and my beer drinking. I'm not ashamed.
Excuse me, am I coffee drinking? I'm not ashamed either.
I think your habit might be worse than mine.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Do you want to go ahead and start talking about agendas? Do you want to try pulling more cards to see if we can? This incense is like going mad right now.
Yeah, just give me a second because I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to find, for some reason, I'm not finding the link to the comment thread.
No, it's not a comment. It's on where you see our live stream going on. It should be right next to it. Literally, same page and everything. It's for me, it's, yeah. Yeah, when you click our link, it literally just to the right of the picture, for me, it says live chat.
Okay, hold on, let me see.
And there is a hide chat option, so I don't know if you accidentally clicked that, but it is, you know, the little 3 dots.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Let's see, we can see the participants. We can do a pop-out chat. Oh, that's very cool. Restore chat, please. Tarot readings. How long have you been doing tarot? I am. You know what? I'm going to pop this chat out because it's just ever so slightly off to the side. So I'm going to put you right over here so I can see you. Can't do the tarot readings. I can't do anything complicated like the wheels spread and the...
Yeah.
My runes are as close to complicated as I can get.
Okay, I see it now.
Yay.
Thank you for the help.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. You were helping me. We're still new at this. We still get to work all our kinks out, and everybody who's listening and following us gets to learn as well as we're going through this.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see your comments because I had a hard time finding the comment thread underneath the video. So thank you for letting me know. My hair looks fine. I wasn't avoiding or ignoring you or anything.
Oh, shh, baby, that's too much. I'm not going to say that I'm professional. Amber actually can run, she's running her own business through her abilities. But
I do the readings for free. I don't charge for the readings. I do other things that I charge for, energy sessions, Reiki. But to me, the messages are too important to put a price tag on. So I don't charge for them.
Too. Yeah, especially when those messages decide to hit you and not let you carry on with your life until you get the message to the person it's meant for.
Exactly.
I'm not really gonna charge for that. Please take the information. It needs to go to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, and it does. It kind of just, when a message comes through, it kind of just stops everything else going on. And it's like a foghorn blowing in your ear.
Or spiders crawling on your skin.
have to focus on getting that message across before you can move on to,
Like
or
a lightning bolt just struck the ground near you and there's hair standing up on the end. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so I've decided that the method of, you know, some people, they can, this used to work for me sometimes on my deck, but it appears to only work for me when my mind is quiet and I can hear them telling me when to shuffle, when to pull, when to, you know, what have you. So I'm doing just, you know, the spread.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if maybe you or somebody can help me figure out what cards it is that I'm supposed to be pulling, because.
Okay. I wanted to ask if you wanted to possibly join during a live stream.
Chaos?
Yeah, chaos. And be something you're interested in. If not, that's fine. But the more people we have sending, you know, appropriate messages out and trying to lend a hand, and we would love to promote. We would absolutely love, whether it's your own YouTube channel or Facebook page or what have you.
Even if it's just you would like to be part of the conversation, maybe there's a message that you want to put out, or you just, maybe you enjoy, you know, what it is that we're saying. So, and this goes to anybody watching, you know, if you just want to be part of the conversation, just, you know, so we have a quicker response, there's less delays, you know, things of that type, then we always have the links posted. We should have the live link posted so that you can join the call. Oh no, our video was lagging.
Again?
Yeah, Chaos says our video connection cut out for a second. All right, sorry about that. Thank you for coming back and letting us know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe it's the server. I don't know.
It could be the server. It could just be, you know, our connection to the internet.
Yeah.
Probably depends on who's actually uploading it. And but yeah, Chaos, I don't know what part of it you missed, but if you want to join the call, just to join the call, just to talk now, later, you know, what have you. Oh, that's good. Thank you, Heather.
Cool.
Yeah. Anybody else? This topic, all of our abilities, card readings, intuition, a connection with stone, incense, herbalism, alchemy, anything. Yeah, we need to get this out of the dark. This needs to stop being a taboo conversation that you're not allowed to have with anybody unless you find somebody who comes to you first, unafraid to talk about it, willing to take a leap. We want this topic out there. This is something that is slowly coming forward anyways. We are taking strength from our brothers and sisters that are willing to talk about this. And that's all we're doing. So yeah, anybody, if you guys want to join, we're probably gonna repeat this every stream. Everyone's welcome. It's the positive message. It's love. It's trust yourself. It's know yourself. It's acceptance.
Yes.
We cannot repeat this message enough.
Because I feel like, for me personally, as I was growing up, with the things and that I've always been able to do, and the specific ways that I would express myself were not appropriate for my family. So for a very long time, it was suppressed. Everything about me was suppressed, because it was an uncomfortable subject. It's time for us to move past this, because everyone has some sort of a gift, or some part of them, some part of their natural state of being, to be considered a gift to humanity and others, that needs to be embraced and accepted. And I really think that's important right now, especially with everything going on in the world. There can't possibly be enough people trying to spread or share their gift, and I feel like that true self-acceptance really helps on a much wider scale too, as far as being able to accept others, them. So anything you feel you can contribute, a reading, whatever the case may be, is greatly appreciated, and we love you for it.
Yeah, and that's all this message is about. We're going to get to learn something here new. How do we go ahead and see who our watchers are? And how do we go ahead and move on from the disrespectful comments?
Yeah, I'm seeing those. I'm going to go ahead and block
So I
them.
know that would be very awesome.
Yeah, I just blocked them.
Thank you. Because, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I really don't care. I'm going to take that comment as I look good. They wanted to see more. Thank you. No. But that's not actually what we're here for. I mean, not going to lie, we did joke about a little something before, get all the views, but no, we're not actually going to be doing that today. So I thought I was going to pull a third card. I don't think I'm going to, but this one gave me chills pulling it. And I have not played with this deck in so long that there it is. I misplaced my book. I do not remember. And this is my Indigo Angel deck. Basically, Indigo Angels are, let's see if I can remember this because I haven't been on this topic in quite a while either. We are Indigo Angels, all of us. Any of us that have some ability, some past life, something that we're tied into. And we come back and we recognize those gifts and we go ahead and we put them forward again. So that's what the Indigo Angel is about. This deck is supposed to be a representation of those people. So again, I'm pretty sure that there was supposed to be a third card in this, but that lovely person went ahead and just threw me into the next gear. So moving on, let me see if I can find.
Yeah, you might want to, Chaos, you might want to try restarting, rebooting your laptop. Because on my end, it's not lagging. I'm sorry you're having issues.
Yeah, it is showing live. It is showing the stream is still going for me. I'm really sorry about that, Chaos.
Yeah, I hope you can connect and watch it.
Yeah, and if for some reason this video will be uploaded, you will be able to go back and watch it and catch up on the little parts that you might have missed. I'm really sorry about that. We're still learning here. Okay, so the first card, well, actually they were pulled at the same time. So we have Mother Mary and we have Freedom. So as far as the Indigo deck goes, and again, I don't remember this. Can I have that, please? Oh, you're a pain in the butt. As far as this deck goes, the Mother Mary, and I'm just going to read from the book here, says, known as the Queen of the Angels, Mother Mary is the embodiment of unconditional love and compassion. This card calls for you to look at the people in your life, as well as yourself, with the same love. Mother Mary can help you embrace your gifts and talents and honor yourself in every moment. Sometimes called the Divine Nurturer, she reminds you to be proud of how far you've come in this lifetime and encourages you to keep moving forward. Mother Mary protects, guides, and supports all children, including Indigo children. She also helps you to help other children. Call upon Mother Mary to open your heart and make you aware for the blessings that you are a blessing to this planet. I do believe that is exactly what we were talking about when I pulled this card. Along with Freedom, which also says, this card answers your question by guiding you to seek greater freedom. Perhaps this comes from releasing something that no longer serves you. This card is also a confirmation that your prayers for freedom have been heard and the angels are working to bring change into your life. As an Indigo, you can sense when someone is being controlled or manipulated. You have an innate ability to see unnecessary restrictions and rules, but sometimes you may unknowingly impose your own restrictions and rules upon yourself. When you draw this card, it signals that you should release control over your desires. Freely dream big for yourself and this planet and allow the angels to guide you with their internal and infinite wisdom. So I'm just going to say my personal understanding of this is this is exactly what we were talking about, bringing everybody forward, helping those abilities get out, loving yourself, you know, knowing who you are. To me, that was, these cards are just reaffirming that for me.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it sounds like too for me. Sometimes it can be hard to speak the truth that you feel. And a lot of times when you're not being honest with yourself and others about who you are, whether or not you embrace yourself, trust yourself, these things have physical effects
They do.
on your physical body.
Thank you, baby.
Being able to voice, being able to share, being able to express openly and confidently is associated with your throat chakra, and this is where the chakras come in. I knew it was going to at some point.
It seems to be the root that's brought up 2 or 3 times today so far.
Yeah, the root chakra and the throat chakra. The root chakra is survival,
Basic instinct,
stability, security,
grounding.
grounding. Yes, the throat chakra is expression, honesty.
With thyself.
Yeah. So when you suppress the feelings you have, or when you suppress the creative abilities you have, when you don't share openly and honestly and lovingly, these suppressions have great physical effects on you. So it's important. It's very important to embrace who you are, to be able to share that without allowing somebody else's power to tear you down, even if they do it or they don't. So just love yourself, accept yourself, and share it.
I'm not entirely sure if Marco decided to flash the camera.
No, I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I hope
But
not.
I was looking down, so.
Yeah.
We did say that they would be getting raw footage of her family life. So.
I know. That's always fun. Please don't do that.
So it's quite entertaining.
Well, some would say entertaining. Some would say not so much after dealing with it for several years. Let me see if I can turn this camera so hopefully you're not catching them dancing on the cabinet over there. Okay, so root chakra seems to definitely, root, you said root and throat, definitely seems to be coming up a lot. Because it does, it does definitely comes with being honest about yourself. That's just, that is seriously underrated. We always teach everybody how to be honest with everyone else, how to, be honest when you're telling the truth, when somebody asks you a question, just anything. But we don't actually really teach how to be honest with ourselves, how to tell when we're lying to ourselves. That's something that we have to find out the hard way through life. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Especially, and the biggest lie we tell ourselves is I'm fine.
I say it every day.
Nothing gets fixed by ignoring the issue, and saying I'm fine is ignoring the issue when there's obviously something within yourself that needs to be taken care of, that needs to be faced or dealt with or whatever. But yeah, that's my biggest thing, when I'm in my feelings and I just need time alone. Somebody will ask me, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine," and I'm not. But a lot of times I'm guarded too, because I know that we absorb each other's energies. And sometimes what I'm feeling, I don't want others to feel. So
well, that goes back to being empathic too.
Yeah.
That's another hard lesson people are having to deal with too. We don't know that we're an empath until we're so overwhelmed with it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that probably feeds into your decisions about saying I'm fine also.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the throat chakra was blue.
That depends on the stones, right? There's a couple of different colors that can actually. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have my links on this computer. I have them on my laptop.
It really depends on.
Let's see if I can find something.
There's a lot of different things that go into what colors they are. Because the set of stones that I have here, let me get my pendulum. It's got the chakra stones in it.
Here's mine. Here's my throat chakra stone. And I love these things. These things are amazing. And because we're talking about the root chakra, let me go ahead and just show this one as well.
See, in this one, it shows the is blue and the throat chakra as gray, or is it white? I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Very.
And my stone is blue. Yeah. And here it's blue.
Yeah. So it really just depends on. I think it just really depends on.
Well, there's a reason for it. The colors are supposed to be represented by the stones, and as we know, not all stones are always the same color. It could be the same stone, but depending on its mineral mixture, it will actually come back as a different color. However, going back to just color,
technically the throat chakra is blue, but the stones that represent the throat chakra are not always blue.
That's one aspect, but the color itself is supposed to come back to how energy comes in colors, whether we can see it or not. The aura, just vibrations, light, everything, it comes in colors.
Yep.
And supposedly, because I'm not as, I actually probably in error say supposedly, but the going belief right now is that turquoise, blue turquoise, or aquamarine is the color, or smoky purple, or even just plain, just turquoise, which I believe is a little bit more of a green, are supposed to be the colors that resonate the most. Like we were talking about last week, when you have thyroid issues, you may find something as simple as actually eating blueberries, eating something that actually is blue. Sorry, that was my daughter. Something that is blue and drawing in that color may actually help you, surrounding yourself with it. Okay. Yes, mija.
Yeah.
So yes, there's that. I got off topic. We were talking about.
We were. What were we talking about?
We started talking about the chakras because of the honesty and expression and bringing each other together. And I can't remember if that was part of our agenda or not that we were supposed to be talking about.
Partially, yeah. But we can move on from that now.
Oh, my boys are getting crazy again. That's always fun.
Kids. Okay, let's see.
Oh, okay, hang on. He's fighting with his brother, and his feelers got hurt.
So I wanted to bring up the herbs because I have the plants are full of herbs, different medicinal herbs growing, and I'm going to be doing smudge sticks with different herbs. And also I'm looking to making teas as well. I know that balm is used in teas a lot. So there's a variety there. And I'm gonna look into, I haven't gotten so far on tinctures or essential oils, but I think I'm gonna focus on combining essential oils rather than making my own, because making my own, that process is gonna take a little bit longer.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
And thanks, Chaos. I appreciate it, but we knew, you know, our kids are going to be part of our stream and whatnot. We just figured to give you guys fair warning that it's going to happen. I try to mute my mic, you know, when they start screaming and stuff, but thank you. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to your herbs growing, because I need you to send me some smudge sticks. I tried buying just some raw sage leaves at the store just to burn after they dried, and we accidentally threw them away.
I just pulled a bunch of lemon balm from the plant, so I have it sitting. I'm gonna wrap it up and then hang it. It doesn't usually, they said 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks for the smudge sticks to dry.
Yeah, it takes several weeks to cure the plants and let the leaves dry up or fall off, or yeah.
So the last one I did, though, it only took about a week for it to completely dry, because it was really hot outside. So I'm gonna find a really warm spot in the house to hang everything.
Oh, it doesn't necessarily have to be warm. You just don't want it to be humid. You just want good dry air.
Dark Shadow. Hi, Dark Shadow.
Hi, Harvey.
Glad you're here.
The more the merrier. In case you didn't read the description, children are a part of the stream. You're just talking about that.
Mine will pop in and out, but you'll see me doing sign language because my oldest is deaf. So if she squeals, it can be even louder than the toddlers. So, and I'm
not gonna lie, sometimes I get jealous.
I don't have a mute button.
Not have to hear people's shenanigans, and to be able to communicate through body language and expression like we do, but you can't deny it, because this is how, you know, you're supposed to communicate. Whereas the rest of us are, you know, scowling. I'm not angry. I do believe you are.
Even though everything else is saying you're angry.
I love sign language.
I do. I really do. And it's for me, well, you have 6. We just started. This is only our second live stream.
It is.
So if you want to share and
absolutely
subscribers, that would be great.
It is very raw, very unprofessional. I'm currently drinking beer because I'm sorry, we're not here to get drunk, but we're being honest with ourselves, and this is something that we do know happens. So I'm not going to give you guys some false face. You know, I normally, my hair's not down, but I have a thing that I'm doing tomorrow, so you get to see me actually dolled up today. Normally it's all up. But I'm, messy mom, you know, but
Thank you. We really appreciate you sharing. Thank you.
Yes,
Sorry.
Thank you. No, yes, absolutely. We really, really do appreciate it, because we are honestly, we are here just, I mean, to have a great time, but we're here for a great message. You know, we're here, this is family, this is life, this is love, let's talk about some great things, let's help people, let's connect. Now I have a puppy crying. But yeah, no, and if you have any questions, anything about readings, anything about what we're talking about, want to add your 2 cents into it, yes, please, absolutely. We are here to try to get as many people together and connected, and yes, that's it. I mean, we're going to repeat that 1,000 times.
Well, you are an angel, and we appreciate your help. And if there's anything we can do for you, please let us know as far as helping to promote your channel or your Facebook page or whatever. We are more than willing to pay it forward and help you out as well. So we really appreciate your help.
Let's see. Yes, we are very, very small timers. Let's go ahead and switch gears real quick because we got a couple of things that we were wanting to talk about today. I know magic, you know, universe signs, angel signs, affirmations, the power of word and spell and prayer and incense and stones and tarot cards and anything that you can possibly think of that might have actually been connected with witchcraft, devil magic, you know. Let's go ahead and talk about that because that's definitely come up a lot today.
I actually had somebody had contacted me a couple of years ago when I first began my my journey into readings and Reiki and energy healing and balancing and all that good stuff. I was sharing it on my page, and before I was doing this, I was an author. I was writing books and publishing them. Okay, hold on. Can I ask how to be a moderator? I would like to be a moderator. I'm new to this. I don't, I'm sure we can figure it out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how
yeah,
to.
we are very much so still. Oh no, my chat cleared. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yes, we're still figuring it out. We do have a group. Let me see if I can go ahead and share this group. We are actually we are Harmony Gardens, basically. This is our life that we are trying to help people from. This is a dream that my sister and I, we've had this for years. We knew this was something that we were going to be doing. Let's see if it'll go ahead and let me.
Yeah, share that.
Yes, this is our Facebook. It's the same thing that we're talking about here. We have a lot of people that are active that constantly post. We have Rhea. She gives a lot of great information. Yes. We're trying to get Rhea in here, but she's a good 8 hours ahead of me, 9 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, she's 8 ahead of you and 6 ahead of me. So we're going to start doing earlier live streams during the day so that those who are across the pond can join us and interact. But I was saying before, back to I had this gentleman contact me. He was interested in me helping with publishing one of his books. And so I sent him a link to my page, and he had seen something that I had posted because I had just started getting involved with what we're doing now. And he sent me a message and said, you're into a mysticism I can't be involved with. And then he deleted and blocked me. And I understand his point of view because I grew up in a Christian home. I grew up with a Christian family. So it didn't upset me. His perspective didn't upset me. But if you really think about it, everything, if you look at it from a perspective of frequency and energy, you start to understand that the words, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, everything you are, everything about you, everything you do, everything you promote, everything you entertain, everything is energy. Even the prayers that you pray. And what happens is when you say a prayer or you use an affirmation or you use a mantra or what have you, you're sending specific frequencies out into your surroundings in the universe. And when these frequencies of energy are sent out into the universe, what happens is it connects with a matching frequency that amplifies and creates. These are where your experiences come from. And I know this because I've been writing since I was 14. I do a lot of poetry, a lot of spiritual poetry, and I've actually been working with energy. I've been diving a little more into alchemy and the energy of words, um, and from what I've discovered, when your intent is clear and your words are precise and clear, the rapidness of the manifestation is ridiculous. It's almost instant. So your words, however you choose to label them, whether it's an affirmation, mantra, prayer, it's magic. It is energy. You don't have to call it magic, but it is part of what helps create your experiences.
But this is on a bigger picture. This is basically from beginning to not end, but a brief summary of what you've been able to go through with this supposed magic, with these affirmations showing you your path and how you're able to get there. But there's much more simple forms of magic that a lot of people are not willing to accept, mostly because, in my opinion, they don't understand. We have people that absolutely don't believe that ghosts are real. We have people that absolutely believe that empaths are not real, mediums are not real. Being able to astral project, all of this, none of it is real unless it can be explained on a scientific level. But, we're coming into a new age world where we are now able to understand. We may not be able to write it out in a scientific formula yet, but we are able to, thank you, Harvey. We are not, just because we're not able to write it out in a scientific formula yet does not mean that magic and science are not the same thing. Just because you can't measure it doesn't mean it's not real.
It's physics. It's all physics. If you want to
look at it
from a scientific point of view, everything, energy is physics. It's real. It's fact.
To me, it's actually an example of string theory.
Yeah.
Because to me, I mean, everything that we talk about, it's all talking about how we are combined. One thing can domino effect into another thing, that there's the power of three, with connection from one person to the next person, so on and so forth. Your actions, this is everything that we've been taught growing up, but it was considered taboo to have it as part of spiritualism. New age spiritualism or religion or whatever word you want to label it with. So, it could be anything as simple as, a lot of people that don't really know what's going on in their life. They're not really looking for signs. Could be a coincidence. But if you were to ever take that moment to ask yourself and ask the universe, ask God, ask whoever feels right to you, that you have this problem, you have this question, this goes back to prayer, this goes back to being honest with yourself. Ask the universe a question, and then you watch for these signs.
Right. And, I just saw a post on that today. I think Abraham Hicks, it's from Abraham Hicks. You ask the universe for evidence. Ask 3 important questions and ask for evidence. And so I tried it this morning. Not that I doubt any of it, but yeah, I like playing around with different things and seeing how different things work. I'm not afraid to dive into different things that I'm not accustomed to. So I figured I'd give it a go. It said, I was in front of me, but basically the point is, ask the universe for evidence on 3 specific things you need that you are needing support with. You need whether it's your job, your family, anything emotional, physical, doesn't matter, and watch it get delivered.
I hope I don't butcher your name, hun. Crazy Sani. No, I have never watched Mia Khalifa before.
No, me neither.
No, I want to say that I actually have heard of it.
I have, yeah.
Ah, American Lebanese pornographic actress. That would be why I've heard of it before. Yeah, I mean, as much as there are actual shaman beliefs, and this again ties into chakra, root chakra, there are actually and the Kundalini for that matter, actually do believe that, you know, sexual tensions and orgasm are the closest way to find your spiritual self, to unlock that Kundalini. Yep. But no, we actually do not watch porn to bring ourselves to a higher mindset.
We've actually figured out other ways of experiencing that euphoria, or that complete,
euphoria is a good word. I like that.
That complete oneness with the universe. It's not hard. It's there's really nothing specific that you have to do. You just have to hold the intent.
Let me fix the puppy. He's whiny.
Allow it to happen. That's rather interesting, because I know I've heard a few people say that during sexual acts is when they experience the most euphoria. So that's interesting.
Sorry, my boys are crazy and trying to destroy Dessa's bathroom. But yeah, that actually, you know, and we've seen that reference. Now that we're going to go ahead and talk about sex and spiritualism real quick, we've actually seen that in a lot of places too. No, yeah, I'd never, no. But I'm going to go ahead and chalk that up with the compliment that happened earlier today. We'll go with that, same topic. But again, there's a lot of spiritual energy that goes on with that, because I mean, I can only imagine sex and orgasms and everything involved in it is actually, it's based on being at peace with yourself, knowing who you are, being comfortable with who you're with. Same thing with spiritualism. Same thing with, you know, when you're talking to other people and you're trying to be comfortable with them, be honest with yourself, and, you know, unlocking that, all the chakras, not just, you know, the first 12. Connecting with other people, it's very, very similar. So yeah, there's a lot more to the world than just porn, believe it or not. I started messing with my runes, so I guess I'm supposed to be pulling some of those here soon.
Yeah, I was feeling it. So.
I know, I'm getting fidgety.
That's why I grabbed my fairy deck.
But let's see, I feel like there was something more to the magic that was supposed to get brought up. I don't think people should shun something that they can't explain as creepy or taboo or magic, or I'm sorry, but women as always don't talk about. That's not true. No, that's just anybody that's afraid of nature.
It's one of those taboo subjects that nobody wants to talk about unless they're in private. So
no, we don't really have filters. It's honest. It's truth. Yeah. We're not going to be disrespectful, and we will not tolerate anybody being disrespectful here as well. So I really hope your intentions asking about that are actually, you know, good. But we are here to help and teach and That's it. So if you're learning something, please, by all means, stick around. Share the channel. I don't know what I'm digging for. I'm trying to find something, but I don't know what the question is.
Yeah, I think
I'm waiting. I need something to go off if I'm waiting. Okay, so I feel like magic is probably going to come up again. There's got to be more to it too. You know what? Yeah, let's go back to intention. I think I have a feeling that's where it was actually leading, was intention.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I think that's a good topic, because a lot of people don't realize what their intentions are.
Yeah, and that's the scary part.
Yeah.
How do you not know what your intentions are behind an action or a wish or?
Because the way of thinking that we've been conditioned to do is habitual. Because we've been taught to follow, whether it's a train of thought or a path, or laws, or what have you. We, as a race, as a human race, have been taught to habitually follow others rather than think for ourselves, face ourselves, look at the intentions we have set for ourselves and others. And a lot of it has become a habitual way of living, a habitual way of being.
That's sad. Uh-oh, I heard that. That came snapping out. Oh, it's got a glare. It's breaking free. Hell yeah. Breaking free.
Can't make that stuff up. So, breaking free of the conditions. I don't even need to look at the book. Of the conditions that in the limitations that you set for yourself. It's okay to set healthy boundaries, to say no when you need to say yes when you feel is right. But breaking free is truly allowing all the old beliefs and all the old belief systems. It's breaking free of the conditions and the limits, and really just pulling yourself out of your comfort zone, and thinking for yourself, being able to take control of the power that you have, and set intentions to manifest the experiences you have, rather than giving the power to somebody else and expecting them to take that responsibility for you, taking personal responsibility. Complete self-sustainability, not really depending on others, but rather accepting others, and knowing that they have something to contribute. Make your own choices without conditions, without adding any conditions to what you want to experience, to the relationships you have, and that's it. Just breaking free.
Yeah, just
chains and the shackles.
To me, it always comes back to being honest with yourself.
Yes.
Because you're always going to put those limitations on yourself. Because society said so, because family said so, because you know there was, because you decided this is who you were from the beginning before. Hi, Lord.
It says in the book, sometimes we feel trapped by outside circumstances. For instance, we believe that financial or family obligations compel us to accept an unsatisfactory job. Or we're afraid to leave or fix an unhealthy relationship. Perhaps we feel that our family or spouse won't let us pursue life activities such as college classes or exercise programs. Then again, maybe we feel controlled by our addictions. The fairies say that when we're responsible for ourselves, we're more responsible for others. That is when we are happy, our family, our friends, children, and spouse enjoy being around us and are inspired by our strength and confidence. Pray for help in releasing your fears and in assisting you in breaking free. God's plan is that you be responsible while simultaneously feeling as free as the birds, angels, and fairies. And there's an affirmation that goes with that. I am free. I am powerful. I am not, I now allow myself to enjoy this freedom and power. I'm going to say that one more time. I am free. I am powerful. I now allow myself to enjoy this freedom and power.
Yeah, that's... Welcome back, Harvey. Yeah, sorry about the camera falling. That would actually be my 2-year-old came behind the desk because I have it turned at the moment and just decided to reach up and grab it and pull it down. So hope those were some fun angles that you got to see while I put the camera back up.
So personal responsibility and being confident.
Yeah, and it's
choices you make.
I wanted to add more to this conversation, but I got slightly pulled away from the kids, so I kind of missed out on a little bit of it. Yeah, I think yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add. I'm trying to figure out if we have to move on to our next agenda or if I have time.
Crazy Sani, I think I'm pronouncing that right, asked if they can be in
yeah, they did. We did miss. And that is our link to Harmony Gardens. So if you want to go ahead and join the group, see what we're all about, that's where we post the links for joining these channels.
So go ahead and if you want, go ahead and join the group so you get more of an idea about
what we're truly here for, our intention.
And whether or not it's something that fits you. So
because I mean, these are all very nice topics. A lot of people think spiritualism is very naive because there's no bite behind it, you know.
Yeah.
We are not those kinds of people. We choose to be nice because who really wants to live angry and defensive all the time? Like that's not my life. Yeah, there was some fun stuff in there that you might have missed. But yeah, no worries, Harvey. We were actually talking about that stuff. Thanks for looking out, though, hon. But we are too young for having the difficult life that we had. A lot of people, you know, you get the wisdom with age, with having the hard life lessons and stuff, which comes with time. We've had to go through a lot of that stuff way earlier than we want to.
Yeah.
So we've reached that official, let's see, how do we put this nicely? We are those old crones that you don't want to be around because they're a little too mouthy and no filter, but we don't want to be like that all the time. You know,
I think it's more we've embraced honesty. Sometimes we can come across as a bit blunt.
It froze. No. Okay, there it goes. Never mind. Sorry. Keep going.
To us, honesty is very important, and we don't hold back. We don't sugarcoat. If we have something to say, we're going to say it. We're wise. We've experienced quite a bit, you know, and we all do. We all gain wisdom with our experiences. But because of those experiences, we've learned not to hold back and to be completely honest. And with the people around us, and that's very important to us. Very, very.
Yes. We want to be positive and happy, yes. And as much as, and again, Harvey, yes, to be quite honest, there was some negativity there. But
Yeah.
instead of going ahead and taking that negativity and deciding to be negative ourselves, excuse me, every opportunity that we have to take that negative and show the lesson behind it, or teach, or brush it off if we don't have the time.
Alchemy of energy. You take negative and
Yeah.
you turn it into something positive.
That's actually what, yeah, that's absolutely what it is. So I feel like my camera feed is lagging on the stream, so hopefully we can fix that. But yeah, we're not going to just react negatively because somebody was negative. So
you know, and whatever the issues are, you know, I mean, if somebody feels the need to be negative, it's because obviously they're dealing with something, we're not dealing with something, and that they need to, and rather than feeding into it, we choose to um, to rather embrace it and to find the lesson in it and to share that lesson, and so that other people can turn it into something positive for themselves, and we can help them do that.
you know, honestly, I welcome it. I welcome
Yeah.
the lessons and the challenge and all of it, because it's gotten to the point now where I know it's not just, oh, life is trying to beat me up right now. It's this is, I'm about to learn something new. You know, it's a new strength, a new wisdom. It's something that I'm going to share with Amber, because I tell her everything. She helps me figure it out sometimes quicker than I can, and then I get twice the wisdom. So yeah, no worries, Harvey.
He's taller than me. I'm the bigger sister.
Yes, I've got a good
I'm
8 or 9 inches on her, but I will never try to be the bigger sister in that relationship. No, and then we've got the whole, we've been sisters for a couple of lifetimes if we want to get like way backstory.
Yeah.
We got memories from a few lifetimes, which that's a whole nother crazy subject. We'll have to talk about past lives in one of these streams.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will, because it's an interesting subject, because until about 3 years ago, I didn't start having memories. I've always had dreams of, or premonitions of what's going to happen, or I experienced parallel universes.
Shaman.
Yeah, simultaneously sometimes. And man, can that throw you through a loop. But past lifetimes, there's been quite an interesting few.
We have about 45 minutes left, because we're trying to do 2-hour streams just for future reference. When anybody's joining us, we are always going to try to do a 2-hour stream. We almost had to cut today down to an hour. But just for those who are involved, we are actually trying to cover anything that comes to mind, anything the cards bring up, anything that anybody wants, questions, readings.
Yeah. If you would like a reading, ask for them.
This is the time to do it if you have a question, because during this stream, unless we get too many requests for them and we just don't have the time to fit them all in, we don't have any readings going on. We are just talking about everything that comes to mind in our agenda. If you want a reading, you have a question, feel free. We have a couple ways of handling it. I have mascots. It's amazing.
I know. I absolutely
mascots
love
and beer. Yay. Okay. Because we're going to go back here in a little bit. And we're going to go over everything that we talked about in our notes and stuff like that. The one topic on the agenda that we have not talked about is Rhea's dragon that she shared with us earlier today.
Okay. Somebody had a question. We'll get to your
it's Miss Heather.
Oh, okay. Heather. Oh, okay. How do you feel about deja vu?
Oh, Lord.
Okay, deja vu You want to elaborate your perspective
Me?
on? Yeah.
On deja vu?
Mm-hmm. If not,
Is the chat just barely now catching up with itself? Because all of a sudden I had
yeah.
I'm thinking the stream, the channel is definitely having some lag issues. So sorry, you guys. I am noticing that on the stream. I don't know if it's going to be this way when it records and you go back to watch it later, if it's going to have all these pauses and stuff. But on the stream, I'm able to see that there are actually some points where it is lagging. The chat is coming up sporadic, and then all of a sudden we get a lot. So if we're missing it, sorry, we can only do what the stream's actually showing us. But let's go ahead and start real quick. Crazy Sonny, let me go ahead and just if you're talking about what is that sex book, that spiritual sex book? I know this. I can't even think of what it's called right now. You know what I'm talking about, Amber? Oh, I almost had it. But we'll probably have to bring that up in another stream.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic to cover.
Yeah, I know. It's not, if that's something that is drawn forward to a topic, because we're basically getting our lessons from what's going on in the world right now with across the spiritual realm, so to speak, with the people part of the group, any way that we can help for those lessons, something that's been happening. That's what we're going to talk about. As much as you thoroughly enjoyed the topic of sex and pornographic and you know, just anything of that nature, it's not going to be talked about anytime soon in depth. So sorry about that, but we'll have to keep that subject for another time. Let's go ahead and keep the topic of the chat with what's going on here. But Heather, for deja vu, I do believe there's actually multiple explanations for it. I do believe that it could be something as simple as you have literally done this before, because our lives can be very habitual. So you literally have done this before and you're just forgot about it because it was so long ago that when you did it again, you have this vague familiar sense that you've done this before. It could be something as simple as that. I do also know for a fact that we are capable of getting messages, whatever term you want to call it, telepathically or just intuition, ESP, anything. We are capable of actually getting messages from the energy that is going around in the world. Because again, I believe string theory, we're all connected, all our actions, and that information is saved and then bounced from one person to another. I do believe that deja vu could be that. When we dream, our brain interprets the information just like it does any other electrical signals and tells us what is about to happen. There are studies out there that have shown that we are aware of something about to happen before we are even consciously, as a collective, aware of it. You know, that whole foreboding feeling, that there's another word, I'm struggling to remember the words now. Oh my goodness. It's something. This is embarrassing. This is one of Ricky's favorite words too. She's gonna hate me for not remembering it. Ominous.
Ominous.
It's ominous. Yeah. Okay, so there is, yes, we may be able to interpret deja vu. And then I also believe there is deja vu because we have done it in a past life. Because our soul, no matter what we go through these different lives, our soul will always be somewhat the same. Various lessons that we have to learn, but the core will always be the same. So we may have remember something from a past that we're currently doing in this life because they are so similar that you will be able to recognize it. Deja vu to me, it could be something as great as it's a message that you're supposed to learn and understanding. Oh, this puppy is very demanding. Or it could just be your brain acknowledging that there was a similarity. But I know Amber has deja vu to the point of premonition. My mother does too. It's very rare for me. I don't even consider it a talent. But
Yeah.
Amber's great about deja vu in a precognitive type of way.
Yeah. Deja vu, I mean, the precognitive, it comes through in many different ways. Whether it's deja vu or a dream or through a reading, meditation. There's a lot of different things that I do where I will get visions. I also get to meet and greet souls before they come into this physical realm, and experience them when they've made the transition from the physical realm. So I've had dreams. We went, what, 8 years, I think it was, without seeing each other?
From the first time that I left?
Yeah.
The first time I moved?
Yeah, from Ohio to California. And then
it was,
yeah, it was about 8 years, 8 or 9 years.
Oh, are we talking about that night?
When I came out for your wedding.
Oh, that night. That's a better night. Yeah, we can talk about that one.
Yeah, I was having dreams for about a year and see you.
Oh my God. Okay, so I have to tell this story because I love this story. Okay, so what happened was for years she had been dreaming about, let's see, dreaming about coming out to visit. Oh God, I can't even remember the details now. I'm failing. Were you on a plane in the dream?
No.
You were.
I had just landed and we were walking down the strip.
And okay, so this is before I knew that I was getting married. This is before I knew anything about the wedding. She'd been having this dream forever. She kept talking about how she's in Ohio, I was in California, and she was going to come to California, and that was our dream. Be together forever, grow old together. Because we've known, when you listen to your soul, when you listen to the whispers in your heart, you know. So we've been following them. That's what it was supposed to be. So she's always talking about when she comes to visit and she sees the ocean and she sees the palm trees and she remembers these stores and I'm telling her, well, we have palm trees, but my town's not on the ocean. I was like, so maybe you're dreaming about us taking a visit? And I've come to learn when she dreams about something repeatedly, you don't deny it. You don't. We've all learned the hard way. You don't deny it. It just, I've come to accept it. She could dream about us dancing on lava and I'd believe her. Come to find out, okay, so I'm engaged. We're getting married. I'm not getting married without her being there. Excuse me. So we fly her out. But it wasn't until she's flying in and she sees the airport that she's landing in, it's on a beach town. The airport is on the beach. She is seeing the palm trees. She's seeing the ocean, the Pacific Ocean for the first time. And it was just, it's, Lord, really? Can you please go away, Crazy Sonny? Because we just, we're good, hun. Thank you. But I'm sure there's chats that would greatly love the attention that you're giving me. But I'm good, hun. Thanks. But yeah.
I'm thinking about making Harvey a moderator.
Okay, well, Harvey needs to join the group and come talk to us so we can make sure that he's not crazy like other people.
Yeah, go ahead and click on the link, Harvey, to Harmony Gardens. If you need the link again, let us know. And we'll share the link with you to Harmony Gardens, the Facebook group, so you can check it out. We would love to add you as moderator so you can kind of keep track of the comments and everything. So make sure you check out the group on Facebook to make sure it's something you're interested in doing. Being connected.
We do have a little bit of prerequisites that will come into play, being part of the group, actually communicating with us and talking with us, letting us get to have a little bit of a feel of what kind of a person you are. This is something really important to us.
You're a kid. How old are you?
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, that's.
Oh, 13. You can still join the group, hon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're smart as hell today.
Right. We accept children too. We both have children, so if there's something you can learn from all this, you are more than welcome to join. We don't turn away just because you're a kid. We're not going to turn you away. You need this wisdom just as much as everybody else does. So, so we will not deny you of that.
So
I'm going to go ahead and.
But you are 13, so this is something you still need to make sure, because we're both mothers. This is something that you need to make sure your mother knows, that you're aware of this group too. Because I'm sorry, as mothers, we will never be able to drop that factor.
Yeah. Yeah. And me, I'm a mama bear. So we are rather protective of the children. And we, the kids are important. So.
Yes. Very, very much so, because especially, if you can learn these lessons that we're trying to get out there at an earlier stage, your adult life is going to be so much happier and potentially easier. So yeah, absolutely. This is something that we're constantly trying to teach our kids too.
Well, we're glad you're here, kiddo, and we appreciate your presence. So join us anytime.
And if you start hearing the mama terms come out, sorry, it's going to happen. Okay, we are down to 30 minutes for our 2 hours. We got 30 minutes left. Let's go ahead and go back and discuss what we were talking about today. Make sure that we covered all our bases. Let's see. We didn't do as many readings today as I thought we were going to do. Let's see. But we were talking about the root and throat chakra a lot today. Same as last week. I think this is just kind of a running theme that's going to be going on for a few weeks. We're definitely talking about being honest with ourselves.
Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it.
So the root chakra, the throat chakra, being honest with ourselves, breaking free of our mental bonds, spiritual bonds, acknowledging who we are, bringing all of our talents together.
Taking responsibility.
Responsibility is another huge thing too, because, responsibility is such a bad word to most people.
It is.
Responsibility somehow is nothing but a negative. You have to be responsible for bills, responsible for feeding other people, responsible for...
Yeah. And that responsibility involves looking at your feelings, facing yourself, and being able to determine whether or not you are being productive and healthy for yourself first. That's a big part of that responsibility is that facing your own emotions and your thoughts and the things that you contribute to and the things that you entertain, you interact with, the people that you choose to allow in your space. I mean, it includes an array of things, but it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work at first, and a lot of people were afraid of that effort. And what I've noticed too is a lot of people were afraid of I'm not sure why, but they're afraid of becoming their best possible self, just because they don't know what that entails.
And because for most people, their best possible self always requires, it's harder than being lazy. And it involves much more effort than somebody else doing it for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, instead of thinking of responsibility for yourself as a negative, you know, find the silver lining. That's another thing you're always going to hear with us. Find that silver lining. You know, it doesn't have to be about being responsible for making sure that your chores are done or that your bills are paid, or, you know, it's be responsible for your happiness.
Yeah.
Because I find that I am much more relieved of stress when I know that I handled those little things. They only ever take a second. Pay your bill online. Doing the dishes takes 30 minutes, you know? I think that might be the longest chore that I have to deal with in the house personally, in a household of 5, and, you know, it's,
Yeah.
but I'm doing those because that's me handling my responsibility. That's me making sure that I can relax. I have time to myself. I can get online, talk to my sister. I can get online, play a game. I can veg out on the couch and watch TV all day or drink a beer because
Yeah.
I am responsible for my happiness and I handled what I had to do to be happy.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And
we didn't do it. We didn't go far enough into the dragons. Rhea's dragon, we missed it.
I feel like we need to dive into studying that a little bit more before we cover it. I want to make sure that the information I'm giving is
All right.
is accurate. And
Next week. Hopefully we can get Rhea on if we can do it earlier and have her come in and have her explain to us what it is, because that'll be fantastic.
yeah, she was saying that if we do it at 2, I think she said at 2.
Yeah, which would be 11 for me. No, that's 9. No, 11.
Yeah. Yeah, and it'll be, what time did she say? 2 o'clock. So it would be early enough for her because she's 6 hours ahead of us. So.
All right. Well, then we'll figure out what day's good for Rhea. We'll get her on. We're gonna go ahead and, just for anybody who's watching the stream, we're gonna go ahead and do our stream's gonna be early next week. Excuse me, and potentially moving to first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Next week, I'm very, very interested in hearing about this. This is, you know, your inner dragon. I personally kind of believe that this might have to do with your root chakra, again, your soul, and your kundalini. And there's definitely some things that were resonating with me. But as Amber was saying, we need a little bit more time to read into this, because the way that it's being explained is the first time we're actually hearing it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna next week's stream is actually going to be about, so anything dealing with the kundalini and your inner dragon, which I do believe has to do with your soul and like soul spirits and stuff, but specifically that fire that's inside us. That's gonna be next week. So I really, really hope you guys are all here listening to my baby beat up stuff, talking about dragons. I still feel the chakras are going to be coming up next week also. Mm-hmm. I do not think the chakras are going away anytime soon.
No. I feel like we're going to at least touch base on one chakra each week.
At least.
Because any type of a collective theme or a pattern going on is associated with a chakra, because we have chakras, we have energy points, but so does the earth, and as a collective. So
ooh, I got chills.
So anytime anytime I see a specific theme or a pattern going on collectively, I know that it's associated to a specific
and that goes back to health as well, because as a collective, our health is always going to be reflected in our chakras. Always. Yeah. We cannot escape it, no matter how much we want to believe that it's not there. We cannot. We don't even have a scientific way of explaining the soul, but we know it's there.
Well, and this is going to help me too, because I've studied the main energy points, but we have many many chakras throughout our entire body, like our hands, our fingertips, our palms. And those are the ones that I want to dive into next and study a little bit about, because I'm a healer, and I want to know how they work, and you know, look a little deeper into it so that I can help, or I can explain it um, efficiently enough.
Yep. And then let's see. You were talking about your herbs. I don't think we covered herbs anywhere near as much as we should have, because there are so many. We have forgotten all medicine came from herbs. Yeah. Every medicine that you're using today, like I know for a fact that you can use willow bark as a painkiller if you brew it in tea.
Yep.
You know, it's all of our herbs, we have forgotten the reason behind them. Oh, do you have your, yep, there you go. See, and this is what we're going to be doing. We're going, and you know, and if there's any way that you feel like you're not getting enough of something peacefully, or you know, or if you're interested in aromatherapy, go look at the herbs, because more than likely you can grow them around the house. You can touch them, you can smell them. I have a big ass lavender bush in the front yard that I keep forgetting to get trimmings from to bring into the house. Yeah, there you go. See?
Okay, what this is a lemon balm plant. It smells just like a lemon. It's used as mosquito repellent, bug repellent, really anything. You can actually make tea. You can put the leaves in your tea, and it helps with digestion and clarity. And you can even rub the leaf. If you rub the leaf like this, inhale the scent.
This is the same thing with
clear
rosemary,
yeah,
mint.
yeah.
Yes, and see, we've forgotten all of these things, these simple uses for herbs, because there's just no use for them anymore. You know, instead of, you know, boiling willow bark, you take an Advil or a Tylenol. Right. You know, but there's still, we are still nature. We are still animals. We still came from these basic places, and these plants grew with us. We grew because of these plants. So there's definitely a lot more that we need to cover on these herbs, because I know a lot of people, they like to grow these things to keep the mosquitoes away. They like to grow them just because of a smell. They like to grow them because they're pretty. But there's more than likely a bunch of herbs that you could be growing, that you cook with, that all kinds of things that you could be keeping around your house just for your own sanity, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. I mean, they recommend burning a bay leaf. You know, bay leaves are very common in Mexican cuisine, amongst other cuisines. I know I use them a lot in my cooking. You could you could literally just burn a single bay leaf, and there are spiritual and medical properties that are going to have an effect on you and your household. And these things are seriously underrated now. They need to, that's another thing that needs to come forward again into the world.
I went to the emergency room a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago, for my tooth. And the lady, I can't remember what she asked me, but we got into the conversation of holistic therapy, and how I was telling her how there's so many different plants that are medicinal that have been forgotten about, I feel like. And I feel like if the pharmaceutical world were to embrace the natural medicinal world, it would help in ways that we have yet to discover. If they would just join together, because I feel like there's a lot of different positive aspects of the pharmaceutical world, especially with the guidance and everything that you get from it. But I also feel like there's a lot of help and a lot of healing properties and herbs and plants, and a lot of times these things can be found in your backyard. You don't even have to buy them. You
You know,
know.
that's, I mean, just people love to garden, especially
Mhm.
women. I'm going to be a little sexist right now, but it does seem from my knowledge of the world, my understanding, because I don't really have a whole lot of contact with people, so please excuse my ignorance if I insulted you. But this does definitely seem to be a nurturing kind of thing. But we like to surround ourselves with plants and the
Yes.
garden and the growing, and that it all feeds into the same thing too. We are attracted to plants. We may not completely understand why, but you know, it could be again, the smell. They're pretty, but when we go to parks, when we go up into the trees, when we go visit the redwood forest, and yeah, chaos, exactly. You know, you like your garden. We make these places to be our little havens. We find a certain peace in our gardens that for some reason we can't find the same kind of peace anywhere else.
Well, the connection to nature, in a lot of Celtic beliefs, when we're transitioning from summer into autumn, and you bring in nature, when you bring in your plants from outside and you bring them into your home, it's an act of sweeping out the new or the old and bringing in the new, bringing in natural healing aspects. And
Ooh,
um,
and chili peppers are great for protection.
yes, yes, they are. Chili peppers, especially
If
if
you
you
have spirits or fear or anything, grow chili peppers. It doesn't
oh,
matter what kind. Yeah.
Chaos is a demon. Well, I'm glad we
Yeah.
have a
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, chaos. I get it. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yes,
well, that's awesome. I'm glad, a lot of guys don't get into gardening and flowers and plants and herbs, and so that's
Mexican. My family. Thank you. Sorry, just gonna throw that out there. We are really good with our plants.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Irish, almost 100% Irish, and I love. I mean, my connection with nature is my go-to.
But
And
you know, sorry to go ahead and be a really bad term, I'm sure, if I go ahead and throw in the race card out there. We're talking about, you know, my heritage and plants and stuff like that. But it's definitely something that connects with everybody. Oh, honey, you can have a garden if you want to. You can just, my daughter has little plants, little pots in her room.
let me show you the ones I just planted today.
Yeah, you can do, you can find a little sprout. You can find little cuttings from the kitchen. Yeah, I want to be able to eat what's in my garden too, the vegetable garden. Yeah, see, there you go, lucky bamboo.
It's just in a little small glass.
That's right. Think
Um,
positive.
yeah, and this is also in a small glass. You can grow herbs. I have herbs in here that are growing right now. I mean, anything that can hold a plant, you can use as a planter. Um,
Basically, an old shoe. Take a book out of Wally's movie, or a page, rather.
so don't allow. Yes, stay positive. If you want a garden, even if it's a small one, you'll get it. As long as that's something you want to work towards, you'll get there. It's taken me quite a while to have as many plants as I have. There's been a few that I've kind of killed off accidentally. But it takes a while, and yeah, you just have to be patient. And,
Oh,
yes.
sorry for laughing. Our stream is actually
Not,
getting a little laggy.
huh?
Our stream, you and I, the way that we can see each other during this call is actually getting a little laggy. I'm hoping that the stream on YouTube is actually going well enough. Heather says that her mother's always referred to the bamboo as fertility plants tended to stay away from those because of that. I don't blame you.
Well, let me just say that, and I'm not trying to be over personal or anything, but my tubes are not tied. I'm not on birth control. I'm almost 38 years old. I have 5 kids. I have bamboo everywhere, and I've been with my husband for 11 years. So if that's not what your intent with the plan is, it's not going to happen.
But just as a heads up, Amber, our stream is actually getting a little laggy. There's definitely something going on with either the server or our call. So the end of this stream is actually becoming poor quality.
Okay.
I hope you guys can still hear us. I'm not sure if this message is going to get out clearly to everybody. We are at our last 10 minutes or so before this stream is actually over.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, also as a warning, Chaos, don't plant bamboo in your yard that gets big enough to allow people to impale on. My husband's got a fun story for that one. But let's go ahead and start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling it's just slowly getting poorer as far as quality goes, and I don't want to just randomly, drop our conversation and then have to end the stream and leave people hanging. So
yeah. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us and has interacted with us. We really appreciate you being here. And if there's any questions or anything you want to talk about, if you want to join the live streams or the group, the link for Harmony Gardens is posted in the comments section. And I really hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Going to be creating another event, live stream event. So watch my channel.
And again, yes, join the group.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed to the channel, it'll be shown there also. But watch the group, watch the channel. The event will always be posted if nothing else. So yes, absolutely. Just this is a once a week thing. The days will change, but it will at least between a Sunday through Saturday, there will be at least one event.
Yeah.
So please come join us, share the video, be part of the conversation, come in and to the live stream and stuff. And yeah, just keep chatting with us. This was an amazing stream today. It was really fun.
Yeah, and I'm grateful. I'm very grateful for the ones who joined us. It means a lot to us. So
I feel very blessed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So we love you, and we will see you next time.
Right before you say goodbye, hang on a second. Let me make sure that I did share this for everybody. That is our link to our Facebook group. That is Harmony Gardens. That is all love, light, and helping each other, and everything that we were talking about and we'll continue to talk about. You will see on this page.
Yep.
All right, everyone. Have an amazing week.
Bye.
Bye.